Gaffer, what's your reflection on today's game?
Well, we're bitterly disappointed. At no point did we see the signs of that type of result and performance in the course of this week in preparation. The lads have been prepared really well. Disappointed that we didn't deal with the second phase of set plays. We've conceded 3 set play second phase goals today. That's extremely disappointing. But we have to recover. Now we have to show how strong we are collectively and individually to recover, respond to the results. Fair play to Cheltenham. I thought they were excellent today. Excellent at doing the things that I like us to do, which is press, which is, dominate turnovers and then play. And I thought they were exceptional, but we weren't up to the performance levels that we've expected and that we demand from the players. So, I think we've got to, park this one as much as we can from a psychological point of view and move forward with optimism, enthusiasm, and remind the players what we're good at going into obviously Monday's game.
We have got Monday now. Is that an ideal, that we can play so quickly after today?
Well, that's what's been happening all season. So it's been brilliant to be able to respond. And we've had great responses from, the defeats that we've had. But the real major defeat that we've had this season was Exeter away, and we responded really well off the back of that. That was the last time we got beaten away from home. And today, it was difficult to watch. We have to understand that as a group of staff and players. And like I said, we have to meet the demands of the performance levels that we've previously shown that we're capable of. And if we do that, we'll be fine Monday.
Is it using that frustration from today's result and taking that into Monday's match?
Frustration. Yeah, people would suggest that, that result can hit us hard. Well, it can, I think, if you respond negatively, if you respond by beating the players in, if you respond as a manager, as a group of players by hurting each other even more. There's enough hurt in that result to magnify the way that the players are performing, the way that the players are feeling. But we don't have to magnify that by, hitting them harder and telling them what they've done wrong. We have to highlight how well we've played, what we've done right, and respond on Monday in a positive manner. I'm not one for constantly, underlining a negative. But today's been a big negative, but one that we have to respond to, one that I'm sure we're capable of doing.
We've spoken before in past press conferences about don't take too much emotion from each individual result and take today's game in isolation, don't we? And that's quite important to take on board.
Well, I think so. But people will respond differently. But as a group, we have to respond positively, and that's what makes you a better performer, better educated for next game, next season, and your career individually. But as a group, I know that we'll get the response, because since our last really disappointing performance and real bad scoreboard, results, we've performed exceptionally well since.
And finally, we move into Monday, another team that are in around us in the league table, Cambridge United, another difficult opposition in front of us.
Well, everything's difficult. I've never been blessed with anything that's been easy, and people suggest that we've lost. The only thing I've ever lost in my life is my dad. Everything else is easy to deal with once you find the answers. It's as simple as that. And can I just pay tribute to Lee Collins as well, because he's a player that I recruited from Port Vale at Barnsley, and what a person he has been. And it was devastating yesterday when I realised and saw the news. So my best wishes go out to his family and the football world, because we shouldn't be losing good soldiers like that.
Yeah, can I just ask you always talk about opportunities in the next game, Keith? I mean, how do you go about that of convincing the players it's more the opportunity than the last game?
Well, it's another opportunity for the players, and you've got to respond with positivity. I'm not one who sulks. I really don't see too much negative in people. You know, there's obviously times when you have to enforce the fact that they've done something wrong, but keep reinforcing it. For me, it just leads to a dismantling of, you know, your stability. And we've got really good stability with respect to what I would say 99.9% of our squad being united.
And do you see a different reaction in the dressing room there when players are coming off, and does that sort of influence you in terms of selection?
I think they're disappointed, but we're getting to the stage of the season where you're looking for more character, you're looking for more mentality, know-how. And sometimes when you get to this, it's like a batsman in the 90s. They do wobble, you know, and I suppose we're in the footballing 90s. And we want to make sure that we get to the 100 and then beyond that. So maybe two of the players are questioning their ability to drive us through the line. I wouldn't question the group, but we do need the players to take control of performances, thus then taking control of the game.
And was it the particular style of play of Cheltenham today that caused you the problems, more so perhaps than other sides?
It's so effective. They're so good. They've been together as a group for the best part of 3 seasons. I understand why they're top of the league, or very close to being top of the league, and it was a real education today. It's something that we'll learn from it, but with respect to ourselves, we've still got a demand on ourselves to be successful, and success for Tranmere Rovers is getting promoted.
And I know he wasn't at the club when you arrived, Paul Mullin, but obviously, you know, top goal scorer for Cambridge this year. Was he a player you knew about, and are you surprised he's doing so well there?
I'm not surprised he's doing well. He's doing exceptionally well for Cambridge. But again, it's just another component that we have to deal with. We have to remind the players of the capabilities of the opponent, but we have to focus on what we're doing individually and collectively. And I think the players have to take care of their individual jobs before they start helping others.